Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're breaking down the full card of Volkanovski versus Lopes, UFC 314, and on the co-main event we got Chandler versus Pimblett. With this first up on this card here, we've got Nora Cornolle versus Hailey Cowan. With this matchup here, Nora Cornolle is coming off a loss there against Jacqueline Cavalcanti. She's more of a striker. You like to press a strike, throw some leg kicks, do some 1-2s and combinations. She does get hit a fair bit herself. She's very stationary, not the best footwork. And I've noticed in her fights, she's had a lot of issues with takedown defense. She was taken down by Melissa Mullins in the third round. She got that knee to the body with her head kicks. I reckon if that fight got to a decision, she could have even lost that one, to be honest. This one's a bit of a skeptical one where she was constantly taken down by Jocelyn Edwards and controlled. So much as she's a striker, she's got some holes on being taken down from the cage as well. So she's not very good on the clinching there, on the grappling department. So going against someone like Hailey Cowan, she's coming off a loss herself too. She hasn't fought for a while, almost 2 years. So lost against Jamie Lynn Horth. That was a bit of a back and forth. So she's gonna be more well-rounded compared to Nora Cornolle. More pressure striking, using a lot of 1-2s. She does get hit a fair bit herself as well. Takes a bit of damage in her last fight. We'll look to grapple against the cage and look for the takedowns off the cage as well. So she will be shooting for some takedowns and wearing on Nora Cornolle. In this fight coming up, she did that in the last fight there, but Jamie Lynn Horth is more of a taller opponent. But yeah, I think she will have success with the takedowns here. So I just feel like, you know, Nora Cornolle got away with that Jocelyn Edwards fight there. I think that was a little bit of a, I wouldn't say robbery, but yeah, it was Jocelyn Edwards didn't do too much damage on the ground as well when she took it down. So it is what it is. But there's holes there where Nora Cornolle gets taken down. So Hailey Cowan's coming off 2 years, which is a long time. So it's hard for me to go for her because of the long layoff. Yeah, but Nora Cornolle's got the power in her hand. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things where I think Nora Cornolle is not going to be it. She's got to fix up her takedown defense to move up the rankings, and she's also 35 years old, pushing 36. So by the time she does that, she'll be pretty much way past her prime. But yeah, it's not the best fight, to be honest. But I'm gonna go Nora Cornolle here because of the layoff with Cowan. Hailey Cowan. So Cornolle is a pick there. Next up, we've got Tresean Gore versus Marco Tulio. With this matchup here, Tresean Gore, he's had some losses on his record. He was on the Ultimate Fighter. I think it was Volkanovski's season, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was because he lost to Brian Battle, that's right. So yeah, lost to Cody Brundage, doesn't look that great. Josh Friend, that's not a bad win. So yeah, he did well there to pick up that guillotine choke submission. And Tricolli's fucking ass, man. He's not that great. So Tresean Gore's more of a guy who'll be coming forward, throwing a lot of leg kicks, using his jab well and a lot of straight shots, and just pretty much looking for that takedown straight away, looking to control his opponents on the ground and setting up submissions. So Marco Tulio hasn't really shown that in his fight, but in his Contender Series fight, I've noticed he was taking down with a bit of ease, to be honest, but the bell rang in the second, I think it was the second round. So we haven't really seen too much of Tulio taken down. But yeah, I'm a little bit skeptical on that, but he's definitely going to be, I feel like he's going to be the better striker, staying on the outside, throwing leg kicks, and using the jab well as well. So he does have power in his hands as well. He's got a lot of knockouts on his record. So he's definitely going to stay on the outside and try to avoid the takedowns and probably be looking for the counters more. So Tresean Gore being knocked out by Cody Brundage is just not a fucking good look, man. So we'll see, but yeah, it's going to be one of those fights where he gets knocked out, Tresean Gore, or he just takes us down and controls Marco Tulio. I think Tresean Gore will be alright. I think he'll be fine with this matchup. I'm hoping he doesn't get knocked out, but I'm going to go with Tresean Gore because he's more well-rounded, but he has been that knockout by Cody Brundage is not a fucking good look at all. So, but he's very good at setting up submissions on the ground. Look, I know a lot of people are going to go Tulio by knockout, but I'm going to go with Tresean Gore. I feel like he can get it done, to be honest. I feel like The takedowns are there, and I feel like he could use his grappling. But yeah, I'm gonna go Tresean Gore. I know you guys might hate me for this, but I think he'll get this one done. I know a lot of people going 88% with the knockout and 12%. Yeah, all right. Knockout could, like I said, if you're getting knocked out by Cody Burgess, you definitely could get knocked out. Most likely could get knocked out by Marco Tulio. So, but I'm gonna go Tresean Gore. I pretty much most likely might be wrong with this one, but it is what it is. Next up, we've got Dan Ige versus Sean Woodson. This is definitely a bit of a 50-50 matchup here. Dan Ige is a veteran in the sport. Lost to Murphy. He did have some moments where he did hurt Murphy. Diego Lopes did really well in that short notice fight. Definitely gave Diego Lopes a run for his money with that one. Andre Philly was his last win. Bryce Mitchell lost, and Nate Lenaware get a win there. So Dan Ige is pretty much that guy. Has always struggled to get that top. Well, pretty much to finish. He struggled to beat top 10 guys, but he's done well to beat guys that are unranked or coming into the top 15. So he's definitely been around for a bit. He's got some underrated grappling as well, but he does get taken down at times. He's also got good jiu-jitsu and more of a pressure striker. Though he doesn't really throw too much leg kicks, to be honest. But be more looking for that right hand to knock his opponents out. He's definitely got some power in his right hand. But his striking is very good, so he's got to make this a dirty fight. Try to get on the inside of Sean Woodson, because Sean Woodson's they don't call him the sniper for no reason. He's very tall for the division, fucking lanky as fuck. He's got the reach and he knows how to use it well. He uses a lot of jabs, some leg kicks, and more so look for the counters. And very sharp with his boxing, so very, very accurate and sharp with his boxing. But he has some issues where his opponents do get on the inside and grapple him against the fence. Like, he does have some decent takedown defense, because obviously he's fucking tall. He knows how to use that wingspan, right? But yeah, just once the fighters get on the inside, he can get tagged up. But if Dan Ige can get on the inside, he can get some success. But if Dan Ige stays on the outside, he's obviously going to get picked apart with Sean Woodson, because he knows how to use his reach, and he knows how to use his footwork to circle on the outside and frustrate his opponent. So I'm going to go with Sean Woodson on this one, but I could be wrong. Dan Ige could clip him too, with a right hand as well. So it is a 50-50 matchup. Some people say knockout, but easy said than done. But yeah, it is. I'm going to go with Sean Woodson, 47-53 Ige. But Ige could get this done. He's been around for a while. He can use his veteran experience on getting on the inside. So, but I'm going to pick Sean Woodson here. Next up, we've got Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. I don't think this fight's going to be on the prelim on fight day. Hopefully, he's on main card. So, Yair Rodriguez is more known for his kickboxing, staying at range, picking the leg kicks, the legs apart, body, and yeah, more so looking for counters. So, stays on the back foot a lot. He's had some issues where he's constantly taken down. He got taken down, I think he had the win over Emmett, but he was still taken down by Emmett, and this got a triangle choke and got the interim part off that, and lost to Volkanovski, got completely battered by him. But yeah, Brian Ortega got submitted, so he has struggled with some guys in his face and pressure striking, but if they stay at the range, he will pick them apart. So he's definitely got some beautiful kickboxing. Going against someone like Patricio Pitbull. Pitbull's 37 years old, almost turning 38. He's definitely past his prime. He is coming up a win against Jeremy Kennedy, but I'm not going to mock the other organization. So anyway, so he'll be more pressure striking, leg kicks, very low output too by Pitbull. He doesn't really throw much these days. So yeah, he uses a jab and uses a right hand and does grapple at times. But yeah, he's definitely slowed down a lot over the time, and got knocked out by Suzuki in the Bellator versus Risen, I think it was, or just a Rising event. In that Sergio Pettis fight, if you guys watch that back, he just did not look good. He didn't have Sergio Pettis had the hand speed and he had the footwork, and he was too fast for Pitbull. He was picking Pitbull apart and pretty much dominating the whole fight. So yeah, Pitbull hasn't really looked good, to be honest, in this last couple of fights, and yeah, it's just I can't side with him on this one. I think he's gonna get fucking absolutely picked apart here. I think Rodriguez's footwork's gonna be too much, and Pitbull's gonna have a hard time closing that distance. So I'm gonna go Rodriguez 72%, 28% Pitbull. But yeah, Rodriguez is a pick here. Next up, Sedriques Sedriques Dumas versus Michał Oleksiejczuk. Oh my god. But yeah, with this matchup here, Sedriques Dumas is coming off a win there against Dennis Tulio. Dennis Tulio is not that great. He's pretty fucking shit. He's more of a striker, but he gets taken down a lot. And that's what pretty much Sedriques Dumas did. He copied and pasted other guys that have beaten Tulio and just pretty much used his grappling and took him down. Used a bit of striking, stayed on the outside, picked him apart with his jab, some leg kicks, and just closed the distance and used his takedown. So Dennis is fucking ass. Going against someone like Michał Oleksiejczuk, he's coming off 3-fight losing streak, but if you look at the opponents that he's fought, like Pereira, Kevin Holland, and Shara, so they're top guys. Not so much Shara in a way. Oh, not really Shara, but lost against Code Bralo, and his last win was against Chidi. So yeah, we could see Michał get taken down in this fight, control a little bit, picked apart a bit on the with Sedriques Dumas staying on the outside and using footwork, circling and using some kicks and jabs. But Michał is more of a guy who's gonna be in his face, looking for counters, using that 1-2 and looking for the takedowns as well. So he'll be mixing it up with his pressure striking. But it's a bit of a hard one, this pick, because again, Michał's coming off 3-fight losing streak, but it's against guys that are top tier. Sedriques Dumas has had a loss against like New Zealand where he got knocked out in that fight. I don't know how to pronounce it. Nurzelton. Oh fuck, I don't know. But yeah, got knocked out by him, Abu Azatar, and then Cody Brundage. So it's, yeah, these guys aren't that great. Cody's not that great. Abu's fucking pretty much past his prime. Yeah, it's a bit of a hard pick, this one. It's a 50-50. I'm gonna go with Sedriques Dumas, to be honest. I feel like his footwork, he'll do well with his footwork and do well with getting the takedowns, but yeah, and he's pretty good at trying to set up submissions too on the ground. He's not too bad with his grappling, to be honest, Dumas. So yeah, it might bite me on the ass. He might end up getting knocked out by Michał, but it is what it is. It's just a hard pick, bit of a hard pick. So I'm gonna go Dumas here, 27%. A lot of people go on Michał with a knockout too, 73%. But yeah, Michał can knock him out, but I don't. I think it's gonna be easier said than done. I feel like people are looking at that loss there against Dumas getting knocked out by Rizabov, and I feel like looking past Dumas's grappling a bit too. So I'm gonna pick with Dumas here. Next up, we've got Darren Elkins versus Julian Erosa. Also, if you guys hear background noise, it's a rain outside. Heavy rain. Yeah, anyways, with this matchup here, Darren Elkins, known for the damage. He's coming off 2-fight losing win. He's coming off a 2-fight winning streak. One against TJ Brown. I don't know where TJ Brown is at now. Daniel Pieta's way past his prime as well. So Elkins is going to be known for pushing forward. More of a striker, and he's got very underrated grappling. So if the fight does get taken to the ground, he's got some good jiu-jitsu as well. He has some nice submission wins. Lost to Swanson too, but yeah, he can take a lot of damage and output damage. We've known him for. You guys don't know him by now. I obviously haven't watched enough UFC, but yeah, so more pressure striking. He won't really get this. Oh yeah, he's used some grappling in his last couple of fights, so he may try to get this fight on the ground, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, underrated grappling. I'm not sure if he will get submitted in this one. I don't think so. I think Erosa might have a bit of a hard time submitting Elkins, but I could be wrong. It could be definitely on the cards there with a submission win. But yeah, Erosa is another guy that does take a bit of damage himself. He'll be more coming forward, throwing combinations, and he does get countered a fair bit. He does take some damage, so his striking defense is not that great, but Elkins is worse striking defense. And Erosa will be probably looking to get this fight on the ground, uses grappling. And he's coming on a 2-fight win streak like that Rodriguez one with a guillotine choke. I didn't really expect. And Ricardo Ramos, fair enough. Ramos is not that great. Ramos does get submitted a fair bit as well. So lost to Padilla, Caceres, and won against Daewoo. So a little bit underrated Erosa here. I feel like the grappling will come and play. Definitely will play a part in this fight. I don't think Erosa will keep on the feet. I think yeah, he would stay at range, throw some leg kicks and use some combinations and try to set up the takedown and use a lot of his grappling. So it's going to be, it could go either way, 50-50 fight. Elkins does have some underrated grappling. So I'm going to go with Erosa on this fight, to be honest, because I think he'll take less damage on the feet here as well. So 80% Erosa, 20% Elkins there. Next up, we've got Sumudaerji versus Mitch Raposo. Sumudaerji here is coming off a 3-fight losing streak, more of a striker. Stays at range, throws a lot of leg kicks, creates different angles, uses some side kicks too and some high kicks, and looks for some counters with his boxing. He does have issue with some takedowns at times. He did get taken down by Charles Johnson that later round. Lost to Matt Chanel. That's not a fucking good look, and he's been triangle choked by him. So does have issues getting taken down and get controlled, and also has been submitted by Matt Chanel. Like fuck. Hasn't had a win for almost 4 years. So going against someone like Mitch Raposo, and he lost to Malcolm Gordon. Oh my god. And going against someone like Mitch Raposo, he's more of a guy. In his last fight, he lost to Andre Lima. Didn't really throw much output, very stationary. So he's more of a guy who will stand on the outside, throw some leg kicks, look for some counters, and also be looking for the takedowns too. So I think he will try to get the takedowns in this fight. Sumudaerji does have some issues with getting with his takedown defense. So Raposo, I think, will probably have this in the bag, to be honest. Unless if he doesn't get the takedowns, I can see Sumudaerji getting a decision win over him and picking him apart with his output. So I'm a bit hesitant on Raposo's output there. Last fight, the output just didn't look good and it was very stationary and didn't really use his footwork either. So it's a bit of a skeptical one. I can't really go with Sumudaerji as well, but I hope he does get the win. Yeah, I want to go with Sumudaerji here, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this. Fuck it, I'll go with Sumudaerji on this one. The Sumudaerji's a pick here, 59-41 Raposo. I don't know about Mitch Raposo here because he just didn't look good in that last fight, so I can't really go with him in this one. Andre Lima's no joke as well. Andre Lima's a beast as well, so losing against him, fair enough, but he also didn't throw a lot of output in that one, so I'm gonna go with Sumudaerji, fuck it, being the veteran here. Next up on the prelim, we've got Chase Hooper versus Jim Miller. This matchup here, Chase Hooper did come off a loss early in his career against Garcia, but he's been doing well, racking up some nice little wins. Jordan Levitt, that's a decent win. And Bushov is actually a decent win too. And Clay Guida, obviously he's past his prime, but Clay Guida's, yeah, he's not that good anymore. So Chase Hooper's more of a guy who stay at range. Throw a lot of leg kicks, body kicks, uses jab a fair bit, and a lot of straight shots. And he will be trying to close his distance and trying to get this fight to the ground, uses grappling and uses jiu-jitsu. And Jim Miller, more of a pressure striker, throws some leg kicks, and he's another guy who'll be trying to get the knockout, throwing a lot of 1-2s, and try to grapple against the cage and look for some takedowns. So, Jim Miller, you can't really count him out. He's kind of winning against Damon Jackson as well with the guillotine choke. So you can't really count him out. He's a veteran, but he fucking still looks decent for his age at 41 years old, and he can get some upset wins. So he had a lot of wins against guys that are pretty much unranked, but he has trouble obviously beating ranked guys. Like he took a lot of damage against King Green as well. So I'm not sure about this one either. 13% Miller Hooper, but man, Jim Miller's knocked a lot of people out, young guys too. So Hooper does leave that chin up there and gets tagged up a bit too himself. So I'm gonna go Hooper. Yeah, I'll go with Chase Hooper on this one, 87%. But you can't count out Miller. He definitely is not someone to underestimate. So he definitely could get the win here too. So, but I'm gonna pick Chase Hooper on this one. Next up on the prelim, Virna then Jandiroba versus Xianan Yan. Xianan, I think it's Xianan Yan. Anyways, yeah. I know people are gonna batter me with that pronunciation, but I do apologize. Virna here is coming off a win streak. I wouldn't say she's gonna be the better striker in this one. She'd be more staying at range, throw some leg kicks and using the jab, and when she does blitz in, she'll be looking for that takedown, and she does really well to get it. So Definitely be closing distance and trying to get the takedown. And Yan has had some issues with getting takedown, but more so from Zhang. But Zhang's very well rounded, and she's coming up a win against Tabitha Ricci. Sorry. Virna's coming up a win over here against Lemos. So I think if the fight hit the ground, Jandiroba definitely will get a submission win. If she struggles to get Yan on the ground, then Yan can pick her apart with her striking and look for the counters. So Yan's not going to be the one throwing a lot of output. She'll be definitely looking for the counter. And that knockout on Andrade, oh my god, that was crazy. So she definitely has some power in her hands as well. So, but I think she'll get taken down and controlled in this fight. So Jandiroba is a picky 53%, 47 Yan. So I'm going to go with Jandiroba on this one. Next up, we've got Bryce Mitchell versus John Silva. Bryce Mitchell here is coming up a win against Kron Gracie. But Kron Gracie is fucking trash. He's not good at all. I don't even know how he's still got a contract with the UFC. So I don't understand how someone can fight after 2-3 years and still have a fucking contract, being on a losing streak. So Bryce Mitchell, not the best striker. Yeah, he'll more stay in distance and pretty much look for counters and throw some leg kicks, but he'll be trying to close distance and look for his takedowns with his double leg or even single leg. He'll try to get this fight to the ground. But yeah, he's definitely not going to stay striking with John Silva. Silva's got some power in his hands. Knocked out Milsic, knocked out Drew Dober. That was on late notice. Knocked out Charles Jourdain. I think that was the first time Charles Jourdain got knocked out. So he's knocking every dog in the cat out. So look, John Silva's got power in the hands, can throw crazy combinations, and more of a rangefinder. So he's definitely going to be the best striker in this one. But John Silva's had some issues with getting taken down. Getting taken down by Charles Jourdain a couple of times was not a good look, but he did well to get up on his feet. I think this fight's going to play out where we're going to see how good Silva's grappling is and how he's going to handle Mitchell's takedown. So if he does get taken down in this fight, it'll be interesting how it goes. So, but I'm going to go with John Silva. I think he'll knock him out 95%, 14 Mitchell. So I think he'll completely, I think he'll flatline Mitchell, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to go back, but I can't. Oh, here we go. Next up, oh my god, this whole thing fucking just switched around. Oh, here we go. They just changed up. Yeah, okay. So next up, we've got Nikita Krylov versus Dominick Reyes. With this matchup here, Nikita Krylov hasn't fought for a while. Last win was against Ryan Spann, triangle choke by Ryan Spann's ass. Had a win against Volkan and Alexander. So he did get touched up a fair bit against Ryan Spann that last fight, Krylov, and it didn't really look good. So he's not the best striker. He's more of a grappler, and he's very good at setting up submissions on the ground too. So most of his wins have been coming from getting fighters on the ground and using his grappling. And going against someone like Dominick Reyes, he does have decent takedown defense. He's more of a guy who'll stay on the range and use some leg kicks and look for the straight counters and use his jab well. So he has a lot of. He did have a lot of knockout on his records, and then losing to John Jones kind of just put him in a limbo. But hopefully that confidence by putting Jacoby away and Anthony Smith will help him in this matchup. So I feel like I'm going to go Dominick Reyes on this one. I feel like he's going to be better on the feet, and I'm hoping his takedown defense holds up. So it is a 50-50 fight. It's going to be a make or break because Nikita Krylov is coming up a long layoff. So I think Reyes will get the knockout. I'll go with Reyes on this one. 52%, 48% Krylov. So Reyes is a pick here. Next up, we've got Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett. The co-main event. Michael Chandler's pretty much had his last win almost 3 years ago, Tony Ferguson, and lost to pretty much everyone here. So, but he's had back and forth wars. So Chandler's more of a guy who will look explosive in the first round. Will come blitzing, throw a lot of wild hooks, use some bit of clinching. If he's smart enough, he might use some takedowns at times. But yeah, he's known for a guy getting into wars and throwing his homework, throwing the game plan out the window. So Michael Chandler's a bit of a funny dude, so he takes a lot of fucking damage in his fights too. So Charles Oliveira fight, the last one, he didn't look great. He got taken down by Charles, got controlled. He had a moment in the last round where he did clip Charles Oliveira, but he got completely dominated by Charles Oliveira with the takedowns and the striking. And going against someone like Paddy Pimblett would be interesting because Pimblett does have his chin up high and he could get knocked out, but we haven't seen it. We did see him hurt against, I think it was Vargas, I think it was. So yeah, Pimblett's more of a guy going to be trying to get this fight to the ground, uses grappling, and uses jiu-jitsu. Striking wise, not the best. He had a close decision. He shouldn't have won that fight against Gordon. A lot of people thought Gordon won. So yeah, as much as with his offensive striking, he does get his defense is really poor too. So I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go. I don't know, like because Chandler's takedown defense didn't look that great in his last fight. So Pimblett getting this fight to the ground could get a submission win, maybe in the later rounds because Dustin's pulled it off too. So that was a back and forth war before he got that submission win. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting one. People are gonna go with Chandler knocking Paddy out. That could be a possibility, or it could be Pimblett getting this fight to the ground and getting a submission win. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I can't really go with Michael Chandler too, but he could get this win. But again, just don't know. I'm gonna go with Paddy Pimblett with this one. Probably gonna bite me in the ass later on with a submission win, 50%. I'm gonna go Pimblett on this one. Next up, we've got Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes. With this fight here, this is another interesting one. Alexander Volkanovski says, "Don't look at my age because age is just a number." But I can't really believe in him because he's a guy that has too much pride and a bit of ego, and the ego has been biting him on the ass his last two fights. So he lost against Islam, came in a bit overweight, had a bit of a bender, got head kicked, and then lost to Ilia Topuria. So, a lot of people thought he came back too quick after getting knocked out by Islam. But again, you can't take anything away from Topuria because Topuria just knocked out Max Holloway too. So Volkanovski is going to be normally that guy that throws a lot of leg kicks and uses pressure striking. And does get the fight to the ground at times and uses a lot of ground and pound. So known for his cardio and his footwork. The cardio is definitely there. I've been watching his vlogs. He definitely does have the cardio there. And Diego Lopes more known for a guy who's coming off a win streak here against Brian Ortega. He absorbed a bit of damage from Ortega as much as he gave it out as well. So his striking is good. He's got some knockout wins. He's going to be trying to get this fight to the ground, use his grappling as well, trying to set up submissions. We've seen Diego Lopes slow down as well in the later rounds, so the gas tank's a little bit skeptical there. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Because I'm a bit skeptical of Diego Lopes' gas tank in later rounds too, so yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what he's going to be like in the later rounds in the 4th or 5th round with gas tank Lopes. I feel like Volkanovski's cardio definitely can overcome Lopes in this fight too, but I don't know what type of Volkanovski we're going to get to. So I'm going to go with Volkanovski because I'm just real skeptical of Lopes' gas tank, but Lopes definitely could pull this off. He's a younger guy too, but the gas tank there is a little bit sloppy in the later rounds. Look, he is very well rounded with striking. Staying out of range, throws some leg kicks and using his jab well as well. But yeah, good with his grappling takedowns, and he'll be looking. The submission is a way out here, to be honest. So we could see Volkanovski getting subbed for the first time, but we may not. So, or getting a KO, fair enough, yeah. But I'm gonna go with Volkanovski. I think he'll get. I think he will get done, but I don't think he's gonna hold the belt for long as well. So I think, yeah, someone coming up would definitely take that belt off him. So, but yeah, I hope Lopes wins. To be honest, we need a new reign. We need new blood as a champion. But yeah, Volkanovski's had his time. So 70% Volkanovski. I'm gonna go Volkanovski too. Just skeptical in that gas tank by Lopes, to be honest. So yeah, anyways, guys, those are my picks today. Hope you guys enjoyed the full card breakdown, and we'll be back next week Not next week, the week after, with a new matchup of Carlos Prates versus Ian Gary. I think these are all the picks. Yeah, I'll just go through them. Yep, those are all the picks. Yep. Anyways, guys, hit the like, subscribe, and we'll be back next week. Cheers. The week after. Cheers.